I was a weak student. Now I am a professor. I studied in a small school in my village. The classrooms were old. The benches were broken. Still, children came to learn. But I was not a good student. I found it hard to read and write. I was always the last in class. I did not understand math. I made many mistakes in English. Teachers were not happy with me. They always praised other students. I felt hurt. Other children laughed at me. They said I was slow and dumb. I started to believe them. I thought I could never learn anything. I lost my confidence. I was afraid to raise my hand in class. I felt like a failure. I wanted to hide. I cried many times. I even told my parents I did not want to go to school. I felt small. I felt alone. But everything changed when I met a kind teacher. She gave me hope. Her name was Mrs. Linda. She was our English teacher. She spoke softly. She had a kind smile. She never shouted. She never made fun of weak students. She treated every child with respect. One day, she asked me to read. I was nervous. My hands were shaking. I made many mistakes. But she did not scold me. After class, she called me and said, "You can do better. I believe in you." Her words touched my heart. No one had ever said that to me. She gave me small English books. She read with me after class. She corrected my mistakes with love. Slowly, I started to understand. I began to enjoy reading. My marks improved a little. I felt a small change inside me. I felt hope. I was still weak in many subjects, but now I had one person who believed in me. That made a big difference in my life. I started to try again. Life at home was hard. My family was very poor. My parents were farmers. They worked from morning to night. We had little money. We could not buy extra books. We could not pay for a tutor. I had to study alone. Sometimes we had no electricity. I used candles to read. Our house was small. It was made of mud. My clothes were old. My shoes had holes. Other children laughed at me. I felt ashamed. But I did not stop. I remembered Mrs. Linda's words. "You can do better." I said these words to myself every day. I kept trying, even when it was hard. I failed many times. But each time I got up again. I wiped my tears and studied more. No one believed in me except one teacher. That was enough for me. I knew I had to change my life. I had to work harder than others. And I did. One day, something special happened. We had an English test. I studied day and night. I used all the books Mrs. Linda gave me. I wrote and read again and again. I was nervous, but I gave my best. When the results came, I was shocked. I got the highest marks in English. Everyone was surprised. My classmates looked at me differently. My teachers clapped. Mrs. Linda smiled and said, "I knew you could do it." That day, something changed inside me. I felt proud. For the first time, I believed in myself. I understood I was not a weak student. I just needed support and time. I just needed someone to believe in me. That night, I told my parents. They were happy. My mother cried. My father said, "I am proud of you." From that moment, I made a goal. I wanted to be a teacher like Mrs. Linda. I wanted to help weak students. I wanted to give hope. After school, I passed my exams. I got admission to a small college in the city. I was very happy, but also scared. College was very different. Students there spoke good English. They had laptops. They wore smart clothes. I felt shy and poor. I had no computer. I had no internet at home. I could not speak English like them. But I did not give up. I spent time in the library. I read many books. I borrowed notes from others. I wrote everything down. I studied day and night. I had no mobile phone. I had no money to go out or eat in restaurants. But I had one thing, my dream. I wanted to become a teacher. That dream gave me strength. I worked harder than others. Slowly, my teachers noticed me. They praised my efforts. I started passing my exams. My confidence grew little by little. College was not easy, but I kept going. In my second year of college, something amazing happened. I became the topper of my class. I got the highest marks in all subjects. Everyone was shocked. A boy who once failed was now number one. My name was on the notice board. Students looked at me with respect. Teachers praised me in front of others. My parents were very proud. My mother cried when she saw my mark sheet. My father smiled and said, "You are a star now." That was the happiest day of my life. I felt like I had climbed a mountain. But I did not let success change me. I stayed simple and quiet. I remembered the days when I was laughed at. I remembered my struggles. I used my past to stay humble. I helped other weak students in class. I told them my story. I said, "If I can do it, you can too." That made me feel even more proud. I learned one big lesson in life. Hard work never fails. I was not the smartest. I was not the fastest. But I was the most focused. I gave more time than others. I read more. I practiced more. I asked more questions. Many times I felt tired. My eyes burned at night. My hands hurt from writing so much. But I did not stop. I remembered my pain. I remembered the names people called me. I wanted to change my story. When others were watching movies, I was reading. When others were relaxing, I was studying. I was not rich. I had no special tools. But I had dedication. I had discipline. And that made the biggest difference. My teachers noticed my efforts. They started trusting me. They gave me more responsibilities. I became a role model. Other students started coming to me for help. I was no longer the weak boy. I was now a leader in class. After I finished college, I decided to do my master's degree. It was difficult. I had no money. But I got a scholarship. I worked part-time to support myself. I taught small children in the evening. Teaching made me happy. I loved explaining things in simple words. I studied hard for my exams. After my master's, I took a big test to become a professor. I was nervous, but I worked very hard. When I got the acceptance letter, I cried with joy. I remembered the days when people called me weak. Now, I was a professor. I called Mrs. Linda right away. I said, "Madam, I did it." She was very happy and proud. She told me, "I always believed in you." That moment was special. I knew my hard work had paid off. My dream had come true. Today, I teach English in a college. Every day, I remember my past. I know what it feels like to be weak. In my class, I watch for quiet and shy students. I sit with them. I talk to them. I help them understand. I say, I was just like you. I know it is hard, but you can do it. My students respect me. Some tell me, "Sir, you changed my life." Those words make me very proud. I do not want fame or money. I want to help students. I want to give hope to those who feel lost. Teaching is not just a job for me. It is my mission. I want to help others find their path, just like Mrs. Linda helped me. If you feel weak, don't worry. I was weak too. If you fail, don't stop. I failed many times, but I never gave up. You may be poor. You may be slow. But if you try every day, you will win. It might take time. Your day will come. Believe in yourself. You are not weak. You are growing. Every effort you make brings you closer to your goal. Remember, a small seed grows into a big tree. You can grow too. Keep trying. Keep believing. You can change your life, just like I did. I was once a weak student. I was called slow and useless. But today, I am a professor. I teach young minds. I guide and help them. I had no money. I had little support. But I had a dream. I had courage. I worked hard. I never gave up. This is my story. If I can do it, you can too. Life will be hard sometimes. But if you believe and work hard, you will succeed. Your future is bright. If you like this video, please like, subscribe and share it with your friends.